Thank you, Senator Reverend Warnock, as always, for your moving words of wisdom. Thank you even more, Senator Reverend Warnock, for your extraordinary leadership to secure Medicaid expansion for the people of Georgia and for Americans across this country in states that still refuse to expand Medicaid. We have the chance now to make a huge difference, to save lives, to spare our fellow citizens from needless suffering and death by ensuring that this economic legislation include Medicaid expansion. And so I join these esteemed colleagues, Senator Warren, Senator Baldwin, the whip. It's an honor to be here with you, my dear friend from Georgia, Representative Bordeaux, and of course my brother, Senator Reverend Warnock, to urge our fellow members of Congress to heed the will of the people, to listen to the voices in Georgia who elected me and Senator Reverend Warnock to secure this Senate majority, and to include Medicaid expansion in reconciliation to ensure that every American has access to the health care that they need, to end the needless suffering and death by America's working poor in states where politicians, out of contempt for low-income people and vain partisanship, refuse to do what's right and sentence so many to needless suffering and death. In Georgia, we've lost 9 hospitals in the last 11 years. Senator Reverend Warnock and I campaigned in Cuthbert, Georgia. Their hospital closed in the middle of this pandemic. Can you imagine? The only hospital for hours around in your community closing in the middle of a pandemic. And these hospitals in Georgia have closed in large part because our state political leaders have refused to expand Medicaid. I met a woman in Cuthbert last year whose brother experienced a medical emergency on Thanksgiving, had to be rushed to Columbus, Georgia. That's over an hour away to treat that medical emergency. And even folks who live in communities where the hospitals have stayed open can't afford the care, can't access the care because Georgia has refused to expand Medicaid. We have the chance now in Congress to change that. We have a moral imperative to expand Medicaid. As Senator Reverend Warnock said, access to health care shouldn't depend on where you live or who you are. Health care is a human right. We can make that a reality across this country by taking action now. It's my pleasure to welcome my dear friend, Senator Baldwin.